AgencyPro makes it easy to generate invoices and statements either individually or in a batch. Here in the client AR, after an agency bill policy has been posted, you will have the billing items listed on the client AR with a unique invoice number assigned. To generate an invoice, simply click one of the policy lines and click the Generate Invoice icon. The system will pre-fill the invoice number from the selected line, which you can change if the wrong policy line was selected. Click OK. The next screen will display the general information to be filled to the invoice, which can be modified if needed. Keep in mind that any modification is not saved to the client AR, so any major policy changes should be made on the policy level prior to generating the invoice. If the changes are minor changes, such as adding a memo to the invoice, you can make the change and then click the Save icon to save a copy of the invoice to the Images module. Notice the Additional Interests icon next to the Bill To box. If you need to bill another entity on this account, you can set the entity up as an additional interest and choose them in the Additional Interest screen, which will select them as the entity to bill instead of the client. If you wish to change the global message at the bottom of the screen, or perhaps you have letterhead you wish to use and want to suppress the agency information at the top, you can make those changes from the Agency Setup screen. Agencies with name dropdowns can change the agency information printed on the invoice or statement by clicking the green refresh symbol next to the agency information. Click the printer icon to see a print preview of the invoice. You can click the printer setup icon to change printers, or click the printer icon to print to your default printer. If you need to print a batch of invoices, which is usually only done by agencies who pre-bill or bill installments, you can click the Generate All Invoice icon, set the date range appropriately, then either print or preview. If you print, you may want to click Setup to make sure the correct printer is selected and all invoices will be sent to that printer. Preview will generate on screen the invoices one by one that you can either print or close to move on to the next one. At any point, you can click Cancel to end the cycle through all applicable invoices. The statement functions work similarly to the invoice function, but the statement will display all entries unpaid since the client's last zero balance. If you have multiple policies or partial payments, all the details will be displayed. Just like the invoice, you will be able to edit the detail of the statement if needed and save or print. The global message depends on the aging range the customer balances fall into and can be changed on the agency setup. The statement batch can be initiated by clicking Generate All Statements. It is recommended to review your aged receivables report and resolve any inaccuracies prior to running a statement batch. Just like the invoice, you can print or preview, with the previewing displaying the statements one by one, allowing you to choose individually whether to print or close.